Alright, so welcome back to another video, and in this video we are going to create infinite scroll image gallery using React. And by the way, this is the final project, and the image, it should be come from Unsplash API, and we are going to create an app. But for now I just want to show you how this application works. So in here, if I reload the browser, and we get the loading, and after that we're fetching the image from the API. And by the way, we get 10 random image, and if I scroll down, we have animation, and after that we get the image. Scroll down again, by the way, it's just infinite scrolling, and we can always get new image every I try to scroll down the page. Alright, so for the loading, we are going to using loading.io/css. By the way, you can choose any loading you want. By the way, this I'm using, and if you click, this is the CSS and this is the HTML. Pretty cool. And for the styling, we are going to using style components, and for the infinite scroll, we are going to using React infinite scroll component. All right, so you need to go to unsplash.com/developers and create account, and you need to go to your apps in here, and this is my application for this project. So for now I just want to delete that, and we are going to start from scratch. Here we go, and I'm going to stop the server, and let's try to create new applications. And you need to check everything in here, accept terms, and for the application name, just say React Infinite Scroll, and in here just say Infinite Image Gallery, like so, and create application. And now you should have let's see, access key and secret key. This is what we are going to using. Of course, you have your own access key. All right, don't use my access key. Okay, so let's close the terminal, and I'm going to create a folder called React Infinite Scroll, like that, and just typing npx create -react-app and dot, and meaning create React app in this folder. I have already doing that, so I have this couple folder and file. So let's start the app by typing npm start and make it bigger. So we are going to remove couple file in here. Inside the source folder, we don't need the logo in here, just remove that. We don't need the index.css, we don't need the app.css, and let's go to index.js. We need to remove the index.css right here. Save that, close, and let's open the app.js, and everything inside a header, let's remove that. And we are going to create a h1 in here, and just say app, and we are going to remove the app.css and the logo. So now save, and let's see in the browser. Okay, we're still waiting. Alright, so finally, let's see in the browser, we get an app. Let's close the final project in here. And what we are going to do now is install a couple dependency. So we need to npm install axios, because we are going to fetch data from using Axios. Of course, you can use fetch if you want. And another thing we are going to install is style component. And we're going to install a React Infinite Scroll component. Let's make sure spell right. React Infinite Scroll component. All right, so hit enter. So let's create a folder components inside the source right here. Let's create that components, and inside in here we are going to create heading.js, and we're going to create loader.js and Unsplash image.js. All right, so I'm using extension called ES7 React. Where's that? Right here. Just make that bigger, I think. So ES7 React Redux GraphQL React Native Snippets. Okay, so by using this extension, I can do in here RFC, and it should be give us functional best component. So in here, I just say h1, say unsplash image. Save that and close the file. And for the loader, just do the same thing. RFC, and it should be h1 layer loader. Save and close. Let's go to heading, RFC, and let's do h1, say heading. All right, so now let's bring in the component inside the app.js right here. We need to import heading from /components/heading, and we are going to just copy and paste that. And the second, it should be the loader. Should be component/loader, and it should be unsplash image. It's come from Unsplash. All right, so let's bring in the component inside the div right here. Say heading and loader and unsplash image. So let's try to save that and see in the browser. We get a heading, loader, and unsplash image. Everything's worked just fine. Cool. All right, so now let's try to fetch data from the API. In here, I want to import my Axios. Import Axios from Axios, and let's try to. I'm going to use effect in here, but we need to use state as well. So we need to import use state and use effect. And we need to use in here to say const. We need to create state with name image and set images. Set it equals to use state, and by default we set that to empty array. Okay, in here we are going to say use effect, and we are going to create a variable called API root, and this should be equals to https://api dot unsplash.com, and in here we are going to run the axios and need to using get requests, and I'm going to using backtick in here, just bringing the API root variable. So API root /photos /random, and it should be $client underscore ID equals to, let's bring in the access ID from the unsplash.com. In here we need to just copy this thing right here and paste in here, and we are going to say and count. We're going to set to say 10, because by default we need to get 10 random image. Okay, so we need to using .10 in here, and we get the response, and for now just say console.log the response.data. Okay, let's try to save that, and now I want to close the terminal in here, and let's see what we have in the browser. Okay, let's try to inspect element and go to console. Console, and let's see what we have, and I hope we have already have array in here. All right, pretty cool, everything is worked just fine, but you know what, you don't need to paste in your key in here, because somebody can go to your app and they can see your key in here. So the good way to do that is you can create a variable in here, just say access key, set that equals to process.env.react underscore app underscore access key. Okay, we need to cut that out, this key right here, and we need to bring in the access key variable in here, so, and it should be access key, and save that, and we are going to create .env file in the root right here. Let's just do .env, and let's spacing the, just give a variable react app underscore access key, and set that equals to this key right here. Save and just close the file, and it should be work. Let's try to see. If you get undefined, you should restart the server. You can type in Ctrl+C, but I don't know, it's not working. Just kill from here and open that. You can open the terminal using Ctrl backtick, by the way. And let's do npm start, and I hope that works. Alright guys, so for any reason, I don't know why, but I get infinite requests, so I changed my access key right here, and I try to console.log that, and it should working like that. So in here we need to set image again, set image, and we are going to grab the image, the state before we add new data, and in here we can do say 3 dot respond dot data. Should be 3, not 4. All right. So inside in here, we are going to do say image dot map, and for every single image, we need to running Unsplash in here, Unsplash image component. Yeah, we need to send the URL. And by the way, we are going to using the thumbnail. I mean, you can go to for every single object inside this array, and we are going to access these URLs, and we are going to using this thumb right here. Okay, of course you can use regular, full, or anything you want, but let's try to using image with image dot urls dot thumb, and we are going to send key, which is image.id. I'm always wrong typing image, I don't know why. Okay, it's like that, and let's try to save. We need to go to Unsplash image right here, and now we get the data in here, which is URL and a key. All right, so in here we need to just return image tag. We are going to import style in here, import style from style components, and we are going to create a variable called amg, set it equals to styled dot emg. All right, so in image tag right here, it should be image tag because in here you set it to image. If you change that to paragraph, it should be paragraph. Okay, just say source, and we are going to using the URL, and for the key we are going to using key and alt, set it to empty. Let's styling that little bit. In here we're going to say width to just say 100% and give a height to 100% and object fit cover. All right, so let's try to save that and see in the browser we should get the image. Okay, let's try to reload, and I hope we get the image, 10 image. Here we go. We got a 10 image in here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9 10. Okay, it's working good. So now let's back to the app.js right here. We need to import style components in here. So let's do import style from style components, and we are going to import create global style So create global style should be from style component as well. Okay, so as under here, we are going to just give a comment style, and let's create a variable called global style and set it equals to create global style like so. And in here, just a basic reset for the margin 0 and padding 0. And for the box sizing should be border box. Okay, so now let's bring the global style inside in here. You can put any where you want is still working. So I want to put in here, say global style, and as you can see now we have the border in here, we have the margin in here, right? You can see in here. If I try to save that, and now you should see the margin is gone. There we go, it's working. Cool. And okay guys, this is a beautiful girl. Okay, I want to change the font family. Let's do in here. You can do body and say font family. Just say sans serif. Okay, let's try to create another thing in here. Just say wrapper image. So that equals to styled. And it should be section. You can put div if you want, doesn't matter. So I want to bring the wrapper image inside in here. Wrapper image. Need to bring in this image inside a wrapper image like so. There we go, and let's styling that in here. We are going to give a maximal width to 70 RAM. Why it's never used, really? Copy that, and yeah, it's using in here, right? Oh yeah, should be uppercase, the double Y. I can do margin for RAM top and bottom and auto for the left and right to make that center, and give a display grid. And we are going to say grid gap to create a gap between the item, which is the space. Let's give a 1 em, and let's create a template column. Create template grid template columns. It should be repeat auto dash fit min max, and for the minimum just say 250 pixel and maximum 1 fraction, of course, and say grid template, no, it should be grid auto rows. Let's set to 300 pixel. Okay, let's try to save and see what we have in the browser now. we should see, here we go. For the minimum, we set it to 250 pixel, and for the maximum, which is the mobile version, it should be 1 fraction. All right, it's pretty cool. Let's make that bigger. Yeah, cool. So now let's just styling the heading. What I give a name in here, heading, right? So we need to import the style from style component, and let's create a variable. It's called header, set that equals to styled dot header, and create a h1, set that equals to style dot h1. Now let's bring the header and the h1 in here. Say header and h1. Let's give a unsplash in here, and so let's give a paragraph in here. It's not autocomplete, I don't know why. Okay, cool. Let's see in Unsplash right here. Let's just copy the text right here. You don't need to, but yeah, just for make. Let's put in here. Just give a paragraph again. And let's just copy the second text. Powered by creator edu everywhere. Let's put it in here. Bam. Okay, so now let's styling the header. We need to give a maximal width to 70 RAM. Say width. And give a margin top and bottom to RAM and auto left and right to make the center. So give a text align center. Okay, so for the h1 we need to give a font family width, font family Oswald, should be come from Google font sans serif, and give a margin bottom to 1 em. So try to save, and now we should have a beautiful heading. It's not beautiful, but I think it's fine. Let's see, here we go, and the loader in here. So now let's styling the loader. I'm using this loader. You can use anything you want. Let's copy this thing right here, and let's go to the loader. So let's get rid of this. We are going to say loading, and put the HTML in here. And let's import the style from style component. Okay, let's create the loading variable, which is right here. Put in here, set that equals to styled. It should be just div backtick, and we are going to paste the CSS inside in here. Let's go back to in here. We need to copy everything inside in here. Cool. Copy and paste inside in here. Let's try to save. And now we should have loading inside in here. Just close the pure CSS loader, the style component, and we cannot see that, but wait, what? So let's try to change the background to black, which is 222. Save that and let's try to see. Here we go. We get loading in here. We need to make that center. So in here we can do text line center. Save and we should be in the center right now. Bam. Cool. So now back to the app.js. We need to close the loading and the heading. So let's make that bigger so you can see clearly. And we need to import the React Infinite Scroll. Where's that? In here. Let's do import Infinite Scroll from React. Give me suggestion, please. Thank you. React Infinite Scroll component. And we are going to using that inside in here. So in here, we need to infinite scroll. Here we go. And let's do, we need to bring in our wrapper image inside the infinite scroll. So we need to bring inside in here like that. And let's call the cut the loader in here. We don't need that in there. We need to inside an infinite scroll. So in here you can do data length, so that equals to image dot length. I'm always wrong typing image. I don't know why. Always. And for the next, we are going to create a function called fetch image. We don't have yet, but we are going to create that. It should be fetch image like so. And for the has more, let's set to true. And for the loader, we are going to bring in the loader inside in here. So now let's create the fetch image. So in here, we need to create the fetch image, set that equals to like that. And by the way, we need to just copy everything inside the use effect like so, and we need to put in here. Okay, and in use effect, we need to running the fetch image inside in here. So let me explain what happened in here. So for the first, which is when we reload the browser, use effect is running. They're running the fetch image, so this is running. All right, so that we get 10 image first, and then when we scroll down, next it should be running and should be fetch image in here, and fetch image should be running every time we scroll down, and this will be running. Okay, so now let's try to save and see. I hope that works. So reload, we get loading, and the image. Pretty cool. And if you scroll down, you get the loading image. Loading image. Okay, I think we're done. I hope you enjoy this video. If you like, please give a like, and I'm gonna see you in the next video, and bye.